Well, good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, the Stardom Cinderella Tournament 2025 Finals show is right around the corner. The card has been finalized, so I wanted to get on here and preview it. Sound good? Cool. So, the Stardom Cinderella Tournament 2025 Championship show, or finals, will take place this Saturday, March 15th, at the Otowa General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan, a venue I'm familiar with, been there before. So, finally gonna find out who ends up winning this year's Cinderella tournament. We are down to the final four. So, anyway, let's dive in. Now, I don't have all of the match graphics because they haven't posted them all. But I'll show off the ones that I have, and by the time I do the review, I'll have everything, hopefully. But anyway, let's get started with the preview. Okay, first up, we have a singles match between Rian and Fukigen Death. Pretty easy one to pick. I'm going to have to go with Fukigen Death to pick up the victory. Like I said, pretty easy pick. So, one and done. Moving on. We have a trios match as well, which, it's an interesting trios match. So we have Empress Nexus Venus in action, made up of Maika, Waka, Tsukiyama, and HANAKO, taking on the team of CMLL's Tabata and the rookie duo of Akira Kurogane and Yuria Hime. So, good to see Tabata will be back for another show in Stardom, so that's pretty cool. But, I'm going to go with Empress Nexus Venus to pick up the victory. And don't forget, I do expect Tabata to hopefully at some point get a shot at the Future of Stardom Championship against Hina, since she did pin her and eliminated her in the tournament. But yeah, for this match, this trios match, going with Empress Nexus Venus for the victory. Okay, now we're going to dive into our Cinderella Tournament semi-final matches. Alright. Now these I do have the graphics for. Let's get to it. Alright, the first semi-final match. We got Cosmic Angels Sayaka Kurara taking on H.A.T.E, Azusa, Inaba. Now, as I've said before, Azusa Inaba has had the easiest path so far. She was able to be fast-tracked to the semifinals due to the HANAKO Ayasakura time limit draw. Therefore, they were both eliminated because one of them was supposed to face Azusa Inaba, but Cinderella tournament rules, any draw, both competitors are eliminated. So, Azusa has had the easiest path so far. But now she faces Sayaka Kurara. Okay? Sayaka Kurara is coming off 2 victories over Ruaka and Rana Yagami. Azusa has only had the 1 victory over Rian. Now, to be honest, I think Azusa has made it as far as she's going to go. I'm picking Sayaka Kurara to pick up the victory and actually advance to the finals. I think it'll be a good match, but I just don't see Azusa making it to the finals, especially being somebody that's not signed to Stardom. But crazier things have happened before, so you never know. But I'm going to go with Sayaka Kurara to pick up the victory and advance to the finals. And then our second semifinal match. Oh yeah. Comes down to the Battle of the Judoka Sisters. As we have last year's winner, Hanan from Stars, taking on her younger sister from H.A.T.E, Rina. Now, to be honest, with the way this is sort of set up, I got a feeling that Rina is going to dethrone her sister, Hanan, and make it to the finals. Because what I think is going to happen is, you look at Sayaka Kurara's path. She's already beaten Ruaka, a member of H.A.T E. She's beaten Rana Yagami, who she's kind of had a little bit of a rivalry with. And she, I'm predicting her to defeat Azusa Inaba, who's another H.A.T E member. So, I am strongly leaning towards Rina winning this match and going on to the finals for it to be Rina versus Sayaka Kurara. That's what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. Hanan could win and make it to the finals, but I just don't see it. Nor do I see her repeating. So in all honesty, I think this is where Rina dethrones Hanan. And I think Rina advances to the finals. So my finals prediction is Sayaka Kurara versus Rina. That's my finals prediction. Okay. So those are the two semifinal matchups. Alright, continuing on with the card. We have a showdown between Neo Genesis and H.A.T E. We got 8-woman tag. As we have Neo Genesis, Seira, Azumi, Miyu Amasaki, and Suzu Suzuki taking on H.A.T.'s Saya Kamitani, Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, and Ruaka. Now, considering the fact that I think, H.A.T.'s going to lose, a handful of matches, especially Azusa and eventually Rina in the finals. And, of course, main event, which I'll go over in a second. I think H.A.T.E ends up winning this one. I think they end up beating Neo Genesis in this match. Yeah, I think this one's pretty straightforward for me. Should be a good showdown, but I think H.A.T.E beats Neo Genesis. But of course I'll be rooting for Neo Genesis. Okay, next up, we have 10 women tag team action, as we will have Stars versus God's Eye. So representing Stars, we got Mayu Iwatani, Hazuki, Koguma, Sayaida, and Momokogo. And they'll be taking on God's Eyes, Shuri, Saki Kashima, Lady C, Tomoka Inaba, and Rana Yagami. This one's tough. This one's really tough. But something tells me I think they're gonna want to give Momokogo a little bit of momentum as it gets closer to next week, when, don't forget, her and Mayu Iwatani, Peach Rock, will have a shot at the Goddess of Stardom tag titles. So I think they gotta continue to keep Momo Kogo looking strong. I know I'm kind of singling her out with this one, but that's kind of where I'm going with this. I think this will be a fire match for sure, but I'm gonna say I think Stars pulls away with the victory. But we'll see what happens. You know, it could probably go either way, but I'm gonna say Stars pull away with the victory. But looking forward to the match. Should be fun. Alrighty. Next up, we have a interfaction showdown. As we have a tag team match where we got Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano, and Sayori Ano taking on, also part of Cosmic Angels, the team of Sakura Demon, which is Yuna Mizumori and Aya Sakura. Now, of course, Sakura Demon are due a New Blood tag title shot, which I believe will happen at New Blood 20. So, we got that. To be honest, I think it's an easy pick that Tam Nakano and Sayori Ano would get the victory, but I'm hoping this could be a time limit draw, because I would like to see Sakura Demon look strong before reaching New Blood 20. So I would prefer a time limit draw, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Tam Nakano and Sayori Ano are going to pick up the victory, just because they're the stronger pairing. But we'll see what happens. Alright. I got one other graphic for this next match. It's a special match. Here it is. Alright. We got ourselves a special singles match between Mina Shirakawa and Tekla. So this match has a special stipulation. So if Mina Shirakawa wins, if I remember correctly, I think I've got all the details of this, but somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. If Mina Shirakawa wins, then Tekla, I believe, has to pay a fine and has to apologize for all the harm that she's caused, I guess, to Stardom and, you know, the organization, President Okada, and that sort of jazz. I believe that's all that she has to do. I don't know if she's got to serve another suspension or what, but I think that's all the details. But somebody correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm missing any specific details. Please do. But if Tekla wins, then she gets to have a match with anybody in Stardom. Anybody part of the organization, even if it's not a wrestler. So if she wanted to, she could have a match with President Taro Okada if she wins this match. Oh, man. Whew. Part of me kind of wants to see that happen, but another part of me is like, nah, I don't think they would do that. Nah, I don't think they would do that. I mean, in all seriousness, I can't even imagine how this would honestly look if she were to... I mean, she's already attacked President Okada once. She's already attacked him once. So, I mean, I mean, part of me kind of wants to see Tekla win just to see how this goes. I mean, I know it's probably going to be cheesy, but I don't know. Just, it sounds funny to me. It sounds like it would be a good laugh. That's all that I would really get out of this. But, I don't know. Something tells me Mina Shirakawa is probably going to win. But, who knows? I mean, with Tekla winning, she can challenge anybody. So, I feel like the bigger buzz would be Tekla winning and her choosing to have a match with Mr. Okada. So, I kind of want to see that. But honestly, I think Mina Shirakawa is going to win. I think she's going to win. But hey, I will be totally fine if I'm wrong on that one. So, because I do not mind getting a good laugh and being entertained. Next up, which I really feel like this should be the main event, but I can kind of understand why it's not the main event, because the main event is a title match. But semi-main event will be the Cinderella Tournament Finals. And my prediction is that it will come down to Sayaka Kurara versus Rina. And I honestly have a feeling that Sayaka Kurara is going to win the Cinderella Tournament. I really didn't hope it would come down to this, because I'm already not a fan of this format with these competitors up for this year's Cinderella Tournament. So it's already kind of a meh for me compared to previous Cinderella tournaments. So let me just make that clear. But I think given the path that Sayaka Kurara is on, she literally has the opportunity to potentially eliminate 3 total members of H.A.T.E from this tournament. She's already done it once with Ruaka. She can potentially do it a second time with Azusa Inaba. And then a third time being in the finals against Rina, if Rina gets past Hanan. So, I just have a feeling that's how this is going to look. Sayaka Kurara being this whole storyline revolving around Tam Nakano. Sayaka Kurara overcoming H.A.T.E to win this tournament and earning the wish. So, as much as I do not want this to happen, and like I said, I really was not a fan of this tournament format, which I hope with them doing this that the 5-star Grand Prix will be much, much different and will stick to its roots. But I do think Sayaka Kurara will win this tournament, and I just have a bad feeling that stupidly dumb idea of her winning, getting this wish, and then there being some sort of scenario where come All-Star Grand Queendom, Tam Nakano loses and she uses that freaking wish to nullify it or to bring her back to Stardom. It would be the dumbest travesty. And like I said, it would literally smear the Cinderella Tournament, and I don't think there's any coming back from it. I hope I'm wrong, but I know people have mentioned this idea, and I think it's a terribly, extremely trash idea. That's just my honest opinion. I think it's an extremely trash idea. So, but it looks like it could be going in that direction. So, that's all I can say with that. Anyway, main event comes down to this. We got one title match on the card, and it is for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. As the champion, Starlight Kid will defend against H.A.T.E Konami. This is a very big opportunity for Konami. With as long as she's been a part of Stardom, this is a championship that she has never won. The Wonder of Stardom Championship. So this is her opportunity. Now, as nice as it would be to see her win this title for the first time in her career, I don't think it'll happen. I think Starlight Kid gets the victory. This could possibly go to a time limit draw, but in all honesty, I think Starlight Kid successfully retains and defeats Konami. And who knows? Maybe a miracle will happen, and after the match, Sayaka Kurara comes out and announces her wish and challenges Starlight Kid. That's what I'm deep down hoping, by a shade of a miracle, that could happen. But probably won't. But yeah, I'm going Starlight Kid to retain. Although I would not be mad if Konami won, because like I said, this would be her first time winning the white belt. So I would not be against that idea. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. For the most part, interesting card. Like I said, it's the Cinderella Tournament Finals. So, I mean, we'll see how this goes. And like I said, I'm hoping maybe during the promo ad or at some point after the show has already passed, hopefully we'll get an idea of who all will make the trip to Vegas for the 2 Stardom shows. But, speaking of which, going back to Bloodsport, another name has been announced for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. So, remember how Maika was one of the Stardom talent announced for Bloodsport? Well, we got one more. That's right. The submission sniper herself, Konami, who could walk into this event as Wonder of Stardom champion, is confirmed for the Bloodsport show, making her GCW debut. So yeah, so we know we got Maika, and now we know we have Konami. Also confirmed was Natalya, and also Layla Hirsch and Miyu Yamashita were all confirmed. So, and I think it was said that they're going to have more announcements for this show. So, hey, something to keep an eye out for. I mean, it's starting to stack up. They even added Zack Sabre Jr. as well. But yes, it's a pretty insane lineup. But I just find it really funny that GCW is already announcing Stardom talent for their shows before Stardom has even announced a single bit of talent for their doubleheader in Vegas. Don't y'all find that funny? But like I said, I'm hoping this weekend we'll get some news on the Stardom competitors that'll make the Vegas trip. And I hope it's a good handful. I really do. Being that it's a doubleheader, hoping a good amount of talent makes the trip. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Looking at the schedule for Stardom, for April, when you think about it, the week where they do travel to Vegas, the only show that they have that week, which starts Sunday the 13th, is on the 13th, which is Stardom and Hamamatsu. And then they have 3 days. And then the 17th and 18th are the doubleheader shows, the Stardom American Dream shows. So, you know, they got a nice 3-day opening to make the trip to Vegas. You know, rest up, make the trip to Vegas. And then, honestly, after those 2 shows, according to the calendar on the site, they don't have their next show until the 24th of April, which is, you know, 2 days before All-Star Grand Queendom. So, I'm hoping that after the week of April 6th through the 12th, well, actually, now that I think about it, April 10th through the 13th, they got 4 straight shows on the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Oof. Dang. Well, I guess they're going to get in as much as they can during that last week in Japan before they make their way to Vegas. So, oh, hope it all works out. But I hope that we start getting some announcements soon. But, just got to be patient. Anyway, that'll do it for this preview. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. And who do you think's going to win the Cinderella Tournament out of the Final 4? Rina, Azusa Inaba, Sayaka Kurara, or will Hanan repeat? Let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Also tell me who you think's going to make the trip to Vegas. Who would you like to see make the trip to Vegas? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another pro wrestling talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Laters.